A lot of people think that a low-carb diet is just way too expensive, a luxury they can't afford. But what if that's not the whole story? Today, we're going to dig into the surprising economics of eating this way, and I think you'll be pretty surprised by what we find. Okay, let's start with a scene we all know, the checkout line at the grocery store. On one side, you have a cart full of things like ramen, bread, cereal, pretty standard stuff. On the other side, just a couple packs of beef and some butter. But look at the total. It's higher. And this right here is the moment most people stop and think, wait a minute, is this really worth it? And yeah, looking at that receipt, you can't help but ask that question. Does this kind of diet only make sense for people with a lot of money? It's a totally fair question to ask. Well, the answer might actually be the complete opposite of what you'd expect. Today, we're going to look past that initial sticker shock. We're going to dive into the real numbers, the hidden costs, and the incredible savings that tell a very, very different story. So, to really understand this, we have to change how we think about those first few months. It's not just about buying food, it's about starting a whole new project. For the first couple of months, that higher grocery bill you see isn't permanent. It's better to think of it as a remodeling cost. I mean, you're basically giving your body's engine a complete overhaul. It's been running on one type of fuel your entire life, and now you're switching it to something new. It's kind of like this. Imagine you're rebuilding your body, but this time with the absolute best materials you can find. Just like when you're fixing up a house, right? Using good materials from the get-go saves you from a ton of expensive problems down the line. This is basically a down payment on your future health. And, this change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. That first month is probably the hardest, and yeah, it's going to be the most expensive as your body adjusts. But as you move into the second and third month, that engine change really takes hold. And by the end of month 3, the remodeling is done. Your body is running on a new, more efficient fuel. Okay, so you've made it through that initial phase. Now for the good part. Let's talk about when this investment really starts to pay off. Not just for your body, but for your wallet too. The magic behind all of this is a natural process called ketosis. All it means is that your body becomes really, really good at burning fat for energy instead of carbs. This simple biological shift is the key that unlocks all the long-term financial benefits. And I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Once your body makes the switch, it starts tapping into the energy you already have stored. So that belly fat, it's not a problem anymore. It's your personal, round-the-clock lunchbox. And that constant nagging feeling of hunger, it just fades away. And what that does is it totally changes your day-to-day life. That old routine of breakfast, then a snack, then lunch, then afternoon coffee, then dinner, then maybe a late-night snack, all of that just goes away. It's replaced by a much simpler, calmer schedule. You end up eating less often, not because you're forcing yourself to, but simply because you're not hungry all the time. So, how does this affect your budget? Well, think about all the money you used to spend on those little things. The daily coffee, the afternoon pastry, the late-night delivery, that all adds up. In fact, the money you save by cutting out that convenience store tax is often way more than the extra money you spend on quality meals. But honestly, the savings on snacks are just the beginning. The biggest savings, well, you can't even see them on a receipt. They're the invisible costs related to your health and your time. It's a tough thing to talk about, but many of the most expensive health problems people face down the road are directly tied to what we eat day in and day out. By changing your diet now, you're also changing your future health prospects. And the cost of dealing with those long-term issues, it can be absolutely huge. When you think about the potential future costs of things like long-term medical care, what you choose to put in your grocery cart today starts to look like one of the smartest financial decisions you could ever make. I think this is the perfect way to frame it. You're not just spending more on groceries. You're making a prepayment on your health insurance. You are actively choosing to invest in good food now to avoid paying for doctors and medicine later. And it's not just about money. You get back something you can never buy more of: time. Think about it. Less time planning meals, cooking, cleaning up, going on snack runs. It adds up to hundreds of hours a year that you get back to spend on things that truly matter to you. All right, let's bring this all home. When you look at the whole picture, this is about so much more than just a diet. It's about making a really smart, secure investment in yourself. So it's not really about spending more money. It's about changing where that money goes. Instead of it going towards future medical bills and medication, you're redirecting it towards your own health and well-being, right here, right now. So maybe the next time you're at the grocery store, you'll see things a little differently. That package of meat isn't just dinner. It's one of the most affordable and effective investments you can make for a healthy, vibrant, and financially secure future.